Hey guys, it's Cugsly and welcome back to another video. So, you guys may have seen this in my past few videos and live streams. Oh, well, especially my live streams where I've worked on it, but in my videos not so much. I've been working on making a Mahjong game, and recently I've finally hit a point where I feel comfortable showing it off in its fullest extent as opposed to just kind of shoving it off to the live streams. So, this video is purely dedicated to what I've created. So let me just start from the beginning, and once I get past this tile here, it'll be pretty fast from there. So this is a Mahjong tile. These are modeled after Mahjong tiles I have in real life, because I have a Mahjong set actually right next to me right now as I do this. So I modeled the basic kind of side ratios. I believe it's like 2.5 long by 1.5 width, something like that. But yeah, so this is the tile, and basically it just has a few key components. It has a tag right here that essentially says there's a piece there, and it has this. So essentially, if there's a piece on top of it, when it's upside down in this case, then this one turns off, right? That's how that works. So that's just there. That's always on. So essentially what you have is if it's a free tile, if it can be moved, it has a specific tag, which is its exact name. This is blank, so it doesn't have a name, but it would be like S12 for symbol 1, and then the second iteration of it. And then we have the teleportation signal, so it's saying teleport this, right? And it goes to here. It's basically teleportation stuff and a few movement things. It's pretty simple. It just keeps track of when it's moving and how it moves and what method it uses specifically to sense that it's moving. So that's all the tile does. There are 144 variants of it. Only 136 are being used though. 8 of them are not. So then, after that, I just added decorations onto the tiles. So for this one, I just had the symbol. For the symbol pieces, I'm not sure what this is called, but I just call it the symbol set. And you have like 1, 2, 3, all the way through 9. And yeah, I'm happy. I like this one the most, actually. I like this one the most. This is like a close second, but I also like these 3. But I also like this one and this one. You know what? I like all of them, but this one just looks really nice to me. So yeah. And I just modeled all different pieces. So instead of going individually to every single one, let me just go to the whole version of it. So right here are all the pieces. Now you can see that most of them are finished. However, there are a few that aren't. So these blank ones that have just dots on them are the ones I still need to add decoration to. Now these blank ones are the 8 tiles that I'm not going to be using. The reason being is because they're for a specific type of playing Mahjong, like a specific way of playing Mahjong, which I'm not going to be utilizing here. Because I hear that it's not the most common, or at least in maybe casual settings, I'm not sure. Essentially, they're like, you get all 8 of them, you win the game, or something like that. Or if you get, I think it's 4 of each, you win the game. Well, these 4, or these 4. It's seasons and flowers, if you're curious. Alright, so that's what I've done. But now, if I had just made that, I probably wouldn't have made a video on it because it wouldn't have been that impressive in total. It's like, oh, you know, it's pretty cool tiles. I mean, I suppose they move. But watch this. Now you may see here, no tile is detected. Because this is a table, by the way. It may not look like a table because it has no legs. It's floating in space. It's a galactic table. However, I can assure you this is a wooden table with felt. That's what it's supposed to be. Well, this table here is very intelligent. It's able to tell whether or not I have tiles. So let's put tiles in this table. And let me place them down. Let me place them inside the table so the player can't see them, which means that when they go about randomly, you won't actually see which tiles are being moved. So all those tiles cost 17% gameplay. So now watch. First, it's going to randomly pick a dealer. Alright, that's the dealer. Which is lucky because this is my side, which means I get to go first. So now watch. All the tiles are going to lay themselves out. And if you were to look inside this table here, you'd actually see them disappear. Oh, there goes that one. There goes that one. So the tiles are actually moving across into random positions. I have no clue what the configuration is. Now, mathematically, I don't know. I know that when it comes to cards, the combination for cards is 52 factorial. Because it's like 52 times 51 times 50 times 49 times 48, that. So I guess the combination for this would technically be 136 factorial. That would be the case if it were truly random. It's not actually completely random, it's partially. I'll get into that later. If you guys want me to, actually. Unless I'm rubbing my eye, sorry about that. But if you guys want me to, I can actually go in deeper into how this works and show some videos. explaining like exactly how it does what it does, because there's a lot of moving parts that go with this. It looks like it's doing a relatively simple thing, you know, picking the tiles and all that stuff, but it's not actually hard coded into it to do that exact amount of tiles and stop. It does it kind of off the cuff, which means it's very malleable. I could delete one of these tiles right now and it'd replace it back. Which I'd have to delete two. I'd have to delete two because I just put one there for my draw. So now there's a few things I can do. I can literally just get rid of I'm using R1 and L1, by the way, which is why my camera's moving like that. So I could just place down the tile and that's it. But if you notice, these tiles are completely random, right? You know, it makes it kind of hard to tell what hand you're going for if you can't really look at where every tile is chronologically. So let me get rid of this tile over here. And I'm going to press the down button on my controller, which is a designated button for this as of right now. So I'm going to press that, nothing happens, but then I discard my tile and watch what happens. So that tile moved over there just to even out, but watch. Now they're all going to move backwards. And then they're going to rearrange themselves into perfect order. There's like one glitch that happens, but it's really rare. I don't know why it happened. I'm still trying to figure it out, but I don't think it's going to happen this round. It took a few rounds for it to happen. But it will sort them out into their perfect order and then carry on to the next player. And voila, then the player will pick up his thing, discard it, next player. And this is what I've created. It took me about 3, 4, maybe 5 days now actually to make this. Also my eye. And it took a while, but I'm very happy with how it's turned out. Now, what is this, green dragon? I can tell from the dot. Yeah, that's a green dragon. I want to keep the red dragon, so I'm going to sort, delete. All right, and there you go. Also, my discard's right here. So let's see if it works. Looks like this tile is in the right spot. So sometimes what happens, the glitch that I'm talking about, is every now and then it won't start where it's supposed to. It'll actually start one tile over. So this one will be right here, this one will be right here, this one will be right here, and so it'll be shifted to the right, which means that one of these tiles will end up being merged together. It causes some weird phenomena, but that hasn't happened, so that's good. And yeah, so this is what I've been working on, and I'm really happy with how it's turning out because I think I'm really excited. And each also, if you notice, they're picking up their own tiles and dropping them. Now that's not actually very scripted. No, it is very scripted. It's not very malleable. Literally, what they're doing is they'll just pick up a tile and place it back down. I'm going to be adding in very soon now, since I've fixed this part for the most bit. I'm going to make it to where computers can sort out their tiles as well. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it to where the computers can determine, well, a main computer for your hand and theirs can determine what hand you actually have and determine what hand you're closest to getting, whether or not you have that hand or a different hand, whether or not you can steal someone else's tile, all that stuff. Because all of this right now, this game can be played to completion the way it is. It's just you can't technically win it because, you know, it's there's nothing to do. You can't really win the game if you can't call Mahjong, but you can actually deplete all your tiles. Now, there are again a few glitches I'm working at, like for example, I pressed X there and didn't opt to sort, so what should have happened was this piece should have teleported over to here, but it didn't. I still don't know why. It's kind of odd how that happens, but I'll figure it out. Either way though, it's not, there's my vent and my pipe system? Alright, well, yeah, so that's it for now. I'm not going to stretch this out anymore. Just expect a lot more coming from this. Maybe soon. I don't know how long it'll take me to make the AI. Probably a bit longer than it did for me to make this. And I'm really happy with how it's turned out. Actually, the logic for this is ridiculous. It's mainly just this microchip right here, and then inside this microchip are like the discard chips, which determine each player's discard. Then you have the gameplay chip, which determines just the AI for the computer. So, or this is the AI. And then we have these right here, which I'm going to be getting into, but as of right now, I don't actually use those. Then we have the hand layout. So this is actually where you sort stuff. So right here you have, it gets louder. So right here, this one right here controls this, right? And, oh, okay, that zoomed in. And so does this one, but they do slightly different things. This one actually controls what you pick up specifically. This one controls the general pickup, so there's a bit of a nuance there. And then this microchip is the experimental feature, which is the organization. So when you opt into organize, it'll organize it, and I very recently got this to work properly, like today. I'm not kidding. So, and this is what it looks like. So a lot of logic going on here. It's not perfect per se, but it's very close to it for what it's supposed to do. I'm just a few more things and then it's done. Then right here you have the this is where you originally get your wall from, right? Which is your basically your drawing pile. This is what randomizes it. Oh, where am I? This one right here. And so that in itself has a bunch of logic in it, and this is why it's not truly random. It uses a very special set of randomizers and selectors. Also, my eye. It's just my right eye. Okay. Finally, we have that, and this here just determines the wall specifically, what wall piece you're on. So this does the randomizing, this does the placing, this does the loop, and that's it. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you're excited for this, because if you guys have Dreams, this will be playable on Dreams. As it stands, I don't think I saved anything. I didn't save anything. Okay, I didn't change anything. Good. So as it stands, there's actually no Mahjong game on Dreams. Not a actual, like, honest to God Mahjong game, right? We have Mahjong Solitaire, which is really cool. Check this guy out. He did really good with this, actually. It's really fun. But there's no genuine Mahjong. Like, you can't play against an AI, and, you know, there's no gambling Mahjong game. I'm not going to say you're going to be gambling, but it's like playing cards. There's no card game. There's just Solitaire. But this is still good. I'm not saying this is bad. I'm genuinely serious. This is very fun. I've gotten to, like, what, level 4? That doesn't sound very high, but when you can mess up in so many, it hurts me. Okay, that's it. I'm finally finished. I hope you guys enjoyed again, and I'll see you in the next video. And with that, bye-bye.